What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about St. Elmo's Fire. This is a movie that's, been on my list for a while. At my last job there's this one gentleman, and like sometimes we would get to talking about movies, and he grew up in the 80s watching all the 80s movies, and I was like, we would talk about like, oh yeah, Weird Science is so good, or like 16 Candles, that's my jam, that's like a fantastic movie. So he put me hip to like a bunch of other 80s movies that I'd never seen. He's like, man, you gotta watch St. Elmo's Fire, you gotta watch Better Off Dead. That one I haven't seen yet, but yeah, that's still on my list. But yeah, this has been on my list for a hot minute, and I never got around to seeing it, and you know it came to Tubi, so I had to check it out. I checked it out, and to be honest, I just thought it was decent. I had a decent time with it. It wasn't it wasn't boring. Like, the story, it was all good. It was all right. You had a great cast. The cast was just stacked. The score was good. Yeah, like I said, story was all right. I like the premise, but it didn't blow me away. It was like, there's, I don't know, in terms of like, I love this era of movies, but it's not one that I would like put up with my favorites. This one, I don't know if I would really like rewatch it that much. It was, like I said, it wasn't bad. I had a good time with it, but I'd rather watch like 16 Candles, or The Breakfast Club, or Weird Science, or something like that. But I mean, those are more like teen movies, like, not that it's made for teens, like those are universal. You could be 80 years old and watch those. I mean, I hope I'm still watching those when I'm 80, but yeah, basically, like, they focus around teens. This focuses more around young adults, and I liked that. But here's the deal, like, in terms of other 80s dramas that are kind of similar to Breakfast Club, that focus on adults, I'm a big fan of Big Chill. Um, I would can't speak English ever on these videos. I would way rather watch Big Chill than this. Big Chill, I thought, had like a great story. It like really got into people's lives more. This, I thought, was gonna like focus on people's struggles more, which it did focus on people's struggles to some extent, but I feel like the main focus of this was just on all like the romantic stuff, which is fine. I enjoy like romantic movies, but I just didn't expect that. I thought, the whole premise was like they're fresh out of college, they don't know their place in the world, they're like struggling to find out who they are, they're struggling in their careers, they're struggling to adapt to life outside of school, which that was a part of it, but it was like so much was focused on all these little love triangles, and it like there was just so many little love triangles going on. I was like, my head was spinning. I'm like, I can't keep up with this, and I don't know. It was just, it was cool that like when they did focus on like the character struggles, like Rob Lowe's character, what was his name, Billy. He like couldn't adapt, you know, to like life in the real world. It was like too boring for him, and he was like this crazy frat guy and party guy, and then he's getting it like DUIs, he's getting in fights, he just like can't adapt, and some of the other people, they're like changing. Judd Nelson's character is trying to marry Ali Sheedy's character because he's like cheating, and he thinks that's going to make him faithful, which I don't really understand that logic, but whatever. But yeah, so I guess, yeah, there was a decent amount of, and then like Judd Nelson's character, he was like, conflicted because he had like certain beliefs and he was trying to do a job that kind of went against his beliefs, but it was like more money and better for his career. So, you know, there was, and then the one girl, Wendy, she's like, her parents want her to get married and go into the family business, and she's like, no, I'm doing my thing and I want to do my own thing, get my own place. So, you know, I guess thinking about it now, I guess there was quite a bit of focus on like their struggle with, you know, just like adapting to life and their careers and their family struggles. So, you know, looking back, I guess there was a decent amount of that. But yeah, in terms of a movie like this that's, you know, like an 80s drama that focuses around adults, I do like Big Chill a lot more. I think it like dives more into, you know, like what people are feeling, and I feel like the performances are better and it's more entertaining in my opinion. Like I feel like, I don't know, like the dialogue in that, like it's like more real, like it's like it gets into people's like struggles more. This does, like the third act is really good, like it's emotional, but like I said, that I didn't expect that much romance stuff, and that was like the main focus of the movie. And some of the romance stuff was kind of annoying. Let me see. I gotta check out my notes here. Haven't been looking at them too much. Already talked about that. I actually, now that I'm talking about the relationship, I'm just the one thing like, okay, so like Emilio Estevez's character, I didn't really get his whole thing where it's like, okay, he met this chick, like they went on a date once, like 4 years ago or something, and then he's like totally obsessed with her, and she's even like, you don't even know me or whatever, and then he like goes and like follows her, and then he's like all mad that she has a boyfriend, like, and then he like just like kisses her even though she has a boyfriend, and then I that whole thing was weird. And then that's something, let me see, I think I wrote this down, something that was weird about this. Okay, besides, look at, okay, so Emilio Estevez's character was Kirby, and he was trying to date someone out of the friend group, and then Jules, who is Demi Moore's character, she was dating her boss. But other than that, I feel like everyone was like trying to get with someone in the friend group. Like, how is this friend group like been friends for so long? You know, like all they do is just like try to hook up with each other, like, and then like, and then they're like cool at the end. It's like the one cat stole Jed Nelson's girl, like they're like everyone's cheating on each other with each other, and then they're like still friends, and it's like you could date anyone. Why are you dating only your close friends? And then it's like, you know that your best friend is dating your other best friend, but then like you're just gonna get with her anyways. Like, go down the street and talk up someone who's like not your best friend. Maybe, I mean, then there wouldn't be a movie though. That's like the whole conflict. But it's like, that's like if you're like dating like your manager or something, or dating, you know, your coworker, and then it's like it goes bad and you still have to like see him every single day. It's like, these are your friends. Were you gonna like ruin your friendship over some stuff like that? Like, go date someone else. Like, I don't know. Go like dancing or something. Meet someone. You know, get a one of your friends to invite you to their friend who's like outside of the immediate friend group. Boom, problem solved. All right, let me just, enough of the relationship stuff. I'm gonna get into just other random thoughts. So Alec, who's played by Judd Nelson, this is just something I was thinking, like, how is this dude so successful? Like, they're all supposed to be 22 years old. Like, like everyone else, like, you know, Emilio Estevez is like waiting tables and he's in law school, and then Rob Lowe's character, he's like bouncing from job to job. Like, the one other girl works at like some homeless shelter. Like, you know, they don't have like the highest paying jobs, but then Judd Nelson's character, he's like some politician's assistant making bank. He's got this like huge apartment. Like, who is that successful at 22? Like, I guess some people are, like, that's what's up. But I was just like, how is it this cat like making bank like that, like right out of college? Like, I guess that's like realistic for some people, but like, he like skipped the entry level jobs. Like my dude's like just like balling right off the bat. I mean, good for him, but like that was just like jarring to me. I'm like, this cat's like balling like a 45-year-old man. Like he's 22. Like what? Like he's got it going on. Um, a lot of stuff that I wrote down I already talked about. Yeah, so Billy, played by Rob Lowe. Something that I didn't understand is like, so he has a wife and a kid, and then at one point during the story, he's just like, yeah, you know, I could like stick around and be like a dad on the weekends, but like, nah, that's like BS. Like, so he goes to, I think he goes to like New York, I think, or maybe they're, yeah, I think I forgot. But anyways, he goes somewhere because he's trying to like pursue a career as a musician. Because honestly, like he goes hard on the saxophone. Like there's like a scene where he's like playing with his band and he's just like jamming. So yeah, he's trying to like pursue a career as a musician. So he like leaves towards the end of the movie. But before that, he's like, yeah, like I'm just gonna leave because like what am I gonna do? Just be a dad on the weekends? So it's like instead of just being a dad on the weekends, he's like, okay, I'm just gonna leave and never see my kid at all. So it's like how am I supposed to root for that? For that, like that's like, so it's like I get that he's got to go like make bread. Like is it at least gonna send his kid money? Like I don't know. Like I didn't really like that. Like why did he have to say that? Like if they just left that dialogue out, like I would have not even thought about it. But then it kind of makes him look like not the best dude. I mean, he wasn't the best dude, but he was still like likable. But that made him seem kind of unlikable to me. Where it's like he's just like you know what? Well, I was gonna be like a deadbeat dad anyway, so I just might as well just like not see my kid and go move away. Like it's not cool, man. I don't know about that. And then it's like he never even sees his kid in this movie. Like you don't even learn he has like a wife until like way later on. And then it's like dude's mad young to have a wife. Like what is like the time frame of these events? Like they're all 22. They just graduated. Like how did he? How does he already have a wife and kid after he just graduated and he's 22? Like he must have just right after college just got married and had a kid. Maybe he was married and had a kid in college, but then he was doing the whole frat thing. So really, I don't really know how that would work. But I don't know. And then yeah, one of the last things I want to talk about is like the third act was really good, really emotional. They all kind of band together to save Demi Moore's character. She's going through some stuff. She's like, I think she's trying to, you know, like commit suicide basically, but the way she does it is weird. She just like opens all her windows and is like shivering in the cold. And it's not like, I don't even think it's winter, it's like fall. Like they're just wearing like light jackets, so it's like, would that really like kill you? I don't know, that was weird. But then Rob Lowe's character Billy goes and like they have like a heart to heart, and all the friends like, you know, at this point it's like, you know, the climax, like everyone's done each other dirty, they've all wronged each other, all these little love triangles have like, you know, boiled up and everyone is like heated, they're pissed. Like Judd Nelson's character, what's the guy's name? He holds Kevin over the balcony. Like it's like they all just like hate each other at this point, but like they all kind of like band together to you know, save their friend. And you know, I like the little like speech that Billy has with Jules. It's like, and it's like you hear like the title drop, and it kind of like the title kind of like makes sense. I don't know. The whole third act was like awesome. It was like a lot of. It was nice to see everything like get resolved and everyone like, you know, like once something like a tragedy happens, once like your friend's in trouble, it's like, all right, we gotta forget all this. Like we're friends at the end of the day. We care about each other. Okay, like let's save our friend. Let's put all this BS behind us. And then this is like getting into spoiler territory, but I like in the end how like they are still friends, and you know they're like, oh, let's not go to that bar anymore, let's do like brunch. So it's like, you know, they're still friends. It's like, of course, they're kind of, you know, scarred from all this stuff that went down, but like they're rebuilding their relationships. Their buddy left, you know, like Billy, he left, and that was like nice when, you know, they were all like waiting outside for him to leave. So it's like this like group of friends, it's like, even though, you know, they like do each other dirty or like bad stuff happens between them, like they always put it past them. They get like back on the right track, and they always like hold it down for their friends. So like, I don't know, it was a super satisfying, fulfilling ending. It was like a nice feel good ending, and it was kind of funny how they're like, yeah, let's like not go to the bar anymore. Like, I don't want to go there. Like, let's do brunch. It was just like, it was like a funny little fun, cute little ending. You know, it was cool. But yeah, overall, I've pretty much said, you know, everything that I want to say about this movie. Like I said, it didn't totally blow me away. I thought it was decent. It was a good time. Definitely not boring. Definitely not bad. It was, you know, it was alright. I know I was kind of like tearing this movie apart, but that's just what I like to do on here. Just like bring up random stuff that I think during the movie, like, you know, WTF moments and stuff like that. You know, it's just kind of like, it's kind of fun. Like, if I was just like totally just like praising every movie on here, like, what would be the point? So I just like to bring up like funny things that run through my head. But like I said, you know, I had a good time with this. It's not one of my favorite 80s movies, but I'm definitely glad that I checked it out. It was definitely fun. I mean, if you're a fan of, you know, other like 80s dramas, I would recommend it. Just don't like expect it to be the most fun movie. It's fun, but it's a little slower, and if you're not into the romantic stuff, it is like really heavy on the romantic stuff. So just, you know, go in prepared for that. But anyways, that's pretty much all that I wanted to talk about. So thank you all very much for watching, and peace out.